How to use Schema to create a Google action. Google recently announced that publishers can now create Google Actions from web content using Schema markup. For brands, Google Actions can be a great way to get more mileage out of your SEO strategy and offer another opportunity to reach searchers organically. Optimizing for newer SEO features like Google Actions and rich results are becoming increasingly critical when it comes to pleasing the algorithm. While the option isn't available for every content type, this new capability is a big deal for less technical users looking to, get in on the actions. What are Google Actions? Actions are apps designed for the Google Assistant. They range from apps like the Dominos delivery action to health and fitness apps to personality tests and ride-hailing services. Actions work when the user prompts the assistant with a phrase like, "Okay, Google, talk to," action. Source. According to Google, here's a representation of what happens behind the scenes during an interaction. Source. It's important to understand that all actions take place inside the cloud, though users can access them on any device with the Google Assistant enabled. Each action is also tied to a specific intent and is programmed with a corresponding fulfillment process to complete a given request. Speaking of intent, let's move on to the next section, where I'll go over the link between Schema markup and Google Actions. Google Actions plus Schema. Schema markup is a type of microdata that gives Google more context about the intent of any given piece of content. When you add Schema markup to a web page, it creates an enhanced description, aka a rich result, which appears on the front page of Google. These rich results include everything from Book Now buttons for local businesses to recipe instructions, contact information and events. Search engines need to match content to search queries, and part of assessing the quality of a search result depends on intent. Schema is a way for websites to let search engines know more about the intent behind the content. It's also a requirement for websites that want to be eligible for Google's rich results, which increasingly account for the lion's share of the first page in the search results. Of course, adding the markup alone won't guarantee position 0. You'll need to make sure you follow Google's recommendations perfectly, that you choose the right schema for the page you're targeting, and that your content is useful, credible and engaging. It's a tall order, but Google's latest announcement brings Schema to Google Actions, offering an additional channel for earning some of your SEO share back. For content creators this means that they now have the ability to create Google Actions, regardless of whether or not. For more on this story, visit the news article link.